Hey yo, thanks for tuning in to Celebs Source, your source for celeb news. Now today we have, hey yo man, it's part 3 of the Katt Williams joint. You know what I'm saying? Part 3, we're done with this after today. After today, we are done with it, all right? So don't be looking for more Katt Williams information. I'm not doing it, all right? Unless of course he has a rebuttal to what, you know what I'm saying, what was said. Listen, first of all, before we even get to that, if y'all been watching everything that we've been seeing on if you've been on the gram, then you've heard about the dude that jumped over the bench, the judge's bench, and he tackled the judge, okay? It was insane. Can we even play the video? I don't even know if we can play the video. I'm gonna try to play the video because I don't think there's an actual hit. There's just an actual jump. The dude just jumped over the thing, and then they tackled him. Matter of fact, let's try to see if we could play the clip. If it give us a problem on YouTube, we just gonna cut it, okay? So if you first to watch this joint, then whatever. Take a look at this video real quick.
I appreciate that, but I think it's time that you get a taste of something else because I just can't with that industry. In accordance with the laws of the state of Nevada, this court... Hey! Oh, hey! Hey! Hey!
Now, the dude, I think his name, what's his name? Let me see. I gotta find the man's name now. The man's name was Diabra, I think his name was. And here's the thing, man. The dude had like, he needed mental assistance. He had a mental issue. You know what I'm saying? Now, just because you have a mental issue, that don't mean like you're not gonna get locked up. You know what I'm saying? Like in this, maybe you should be in like a mental institution or something like that. But, you know, he got locked up a couple of times or what have you. And the judge basically said, with your history, we're gonna do something a little bit different. Man jumped over. He completely cleared. Why the hell did they not, like, this man right here, he could have been in a sport. The way he cleared the bench, it was insane. He jumped over the bar or whatever you want to call it, and he attacked the judge. The Las Vegas judge, who was attacked in the court now, has ordered the man who attacked her to appear before her, quote, by any and all means necessary on Monday. St. Cheese is like, oh, she want a rematch. Look. Yeah, I don't know how much time he's gonna get, but here's the thing, man. I mean, if the man is sick, and we just saw the sick behavior, man, that he did. Now, you're not supposed to attack judges. Their rank is supposedly too high, but the issue is that the judges, like, a lot of times judges, they remember that what the situation that happened with the dude that I think Jay-Z spoke about it. The dude that was accused of stealing a book bag, and they gave him time on Rikers, and he pretty much lost his mind. He was violated over there, beat up over there, jumped over there. Then when he got out, he committed suicide, man. And the person that actually stole the book bag actually came forward and said, no, I stole the bag, but they still locked him up. See, sometimes the judges are corrupt. You know what I mean? Now, I'm not saying like, and the craziest thing is everybody that saw the video, ain't nobody was like, that guy was bad. Everybody would look at it like, yeah, sometimes the judges, they need that. And I was like, but if the judges are just, then we wouldn't have a problem, right? But yeah, you can't be attacking judges either. Anyway, look, never mind all that. Okay, Faison Love has responded to Katt Williams, man. And this is what he said to Katt Williams. Take a listen real quick.
Chimp Williams. Chimp Williams. It's hard to address lunacy and hypocrisy and downright ignorance. But it's so funny how many people think this dumb, stupid is spitting truth. But that's the internet, I guess. You guys want to believe in something so bad. I guess you left God and now you believe in chimps like this. Who's an actual chimp, and you're not listening to what he's saying. He's actually calling for help. He's calling for help. None of this says lines up with nothing. He runs a Fort something sub.
He tried to call a man Chimp Williams. Chimp Williams. And my thing is this. I don't even like to hear any jokes, even between black people, that have anything to do with monkeys, apes, and stuff like that, because that's a soft spot for me. You know what I'm saying? Somebody was telling me today, they was like, why are you always trying to make things about race? I don't want to make things about race, but a lot of things are about race. Unfortunately, in this country, we've been so abused. You know what it is? It's trauma. We overreact when things are racial because it's a trauma response. We've had a traumatic experience. I was watching this show the other day. It's called Them. It was called Them. Okay. And I was watching episode 5 of the first season of Them. And it was insane. It involved a young child being murdered. You know what I mean? And I never heard of Cat in a Bag before, but it's insane. We have trauma responses to anything racial because, you know what I'm saying? So when he says Chimp Williams, automatically I cut out. You know what I mean? Nah, bro, whatever you got to say after that, if you think it's cool to call a man a chimp or a monkey or anything like that, in your response, then it can't go too much further with me. You know what I'm saying? Hey, maybe that's the soft spot for me. Yes, I love comedy. I love comedians, right? And I love the fact that they make us laugh. But I do think there are certain things that are kind of sensitive topics. If a comedian is cracking a joke, there are some areas where they're going to touch upon that's going to be touchy for you. You see what I'm saying? That one's touchy for me. Now, look, Katt Williams had a lot to say about Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart replied to Katt Williams. Take a listen to what Kevin Hart had to say. Hopefully this played because it's connected to the NBA, and the NBA is real funny about their clips. So Source, if you could zoom in on Kevin Hart's face and the Plastic Cup Boy's face, but not the NBA game going on in the background, that would be great. Maybe that'll play. You know what I'm saying? If it don't play, then I don't know what to tell you. Take a listen real quick to what Kevin Hart had to say.
Another fun fact about the New York Knicks, I don't know if you guys know this, but Katt Williams bought the Knicks.
He definitely bought it.
He bought the Knicks, and it's rumored that he took the Knicks back, returned them with a receipt.
You can do that. You didn't know you could do
the
that.
first person ever did.
Oh, they gave him a 30-day policy.
They got it. He bought it for 15 days.
Returned it.
Yeah. So another fun fact about the New York Knicks.
He made the team.
He played.
He played. Oh, he played.
He played with the Knicks. He played with them.
We know he's fast. They say he's fast.
Yeah,
He run a
one of the fastest.
3.9. 3.9. He figured out how to play basketball from reading all the books.
3,000.
3,000 a year.
A year.
That's 2 a day. At 6 years old. That's 2 a day. He was so voracious.
At the age 7, he got accepted to I think it was Delaware University.
Yeah.
Never made public news.
No.
The biggest secret in the world.
Hey, 17-year-old boy. Let's put him in the rear naked choke. In a headlock, right? But it's a known fact that Katt Williams do not breathe oxygen, so it didn't bother him.
Yeah.
You can't choke him out.
Yeah, you can't. Everybody knows that.
He's 92-6 in the one-on-one pickup game.
Smartest kid to ever do it. They kept it a secret for 48 years. They kept it a secret. It just dropped on us.
Speaking of, he was hitchhiking on the side of the street at 13. They couldn't find it. Speaking of which, have you had a busy week?
Yeah.
A tough one.
Yeah, real busy week. A real busy one.
Okay. Oh, John Morant coming in to the Lakers. Okay.
Another known fact, Katt dropped him off.
Yo, wow. In a spaceship. John Morant.
He gave him a ride.
In a spaceship. Okay. In a spaceship. Copy that? Spaceship that he parallel parked.
Known fact, Katt Williams has an NBA basketball court in his living room. He's the first to embrace a true hardwood floor.
Yeah.
He bought it in his home.
Was he playing against that little boy that
another known
By
fact.
the way, he's fighting for the MMA championship.
Now they look like they had a little bit of fun. You know what I'm saying? Announcer asked Kevin. He says, "Yo, Kevin Hart, why you ain't respond to Katt Williams?" And he said, "When you go to the circus, you don't respond to the circus, you watch it," or something like that. I thought it was an excellent response. Here's the issue with what happened with Kevin Hart and everything that we just saw with Kevin Hart. For him, the whole thing was just nothing but jokes and laughs. And just that particular attitude makes you want to automatically like lean on his side, like, oh yeah, he was keeping it lighthearted. It was all fun and jokes for him. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, when Katt Williams was addressing Kevin Hart, he wasn't addressing Kevin Hart on some all fun and jokes tip. He was addressing on some, this is serious. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy when a comedian becomes serious because you want to be laughing at what the comedian says. Now, Kevin Hart responding back, it was nothing but jokes. And that's just kind of sort of what we saw. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it was kind of a tricky situation to deal with, man. Like it made me laugh, but I understand what Katt Williams' gripe is, and I understand why Katt Williams is upset. Speaking of Katt Williams, the name Katt Williams, I kept saying yesterday in my damn video, Brandon T. Williams. Ain't nobody correcting me, man. Ain't nobody said nothing while I was recording it. You like, we said it in the comments. I'm saying, but I was recording it. Y'all let me go out there on the stage of social media and say Brandon T. Williams 50 million times. I was combining Brandon Williams and Katt Williams' name together. Ain't nobody was gonna tell me, oh, it's Brandon T. Jackson. Apologies to Brandon T. Jackson. I ain't mean to screw that situation up and throw out the wrong name. My apologies, bro. You know what I'm saying? I didn't mean to do that. If he's watching, you know what I'm saying? Brandon T. Jackson was the one that spoke about how wearing the dress cursed his career. That's what he said. But look, on the Kevin Hart clip, right? Let me give you another Kevin Hart clip that I woke up to today. You know what I'm saying? I was so mad. I woke up super early today, so I was like, man, let me doom myself and go to the Instagram. And I saw this clip of Kevin Hart. It played after some Warren Buffett joint. It was in the reels. And this Kevin Hart clip popped up when he was talking to Kelly Clarkson. I don't know if this is gonna play. This might not even play. If none of these Kevin Hart clips play, then something's up. Take a listen to what Kevin Hart said to Kelly Clarkson.
I don't know if you've had this, but I've had people throw millions of dollars in my face to do something I didn't want to do. And what? You've been up, yeah. Oh, they're in the room.
Yeah, that's the room. I don't want to. Yeah. That was my way of cueing you. Like, it's open dialogue.
Yeah, you want me to keep talking about it?
By all means, we can keep talking about anything. But
don't do it.
Yeah,
Shannon Sharp, you need Kelly Clarkson on your show. We want to know what Kelly Clarkson had to say that Kevin Hart had to shut her up about. You know what I'm saying? If the clip did not play, Kelly Clarkson said something along the lines of, they were going to pay me millions of dollars to do something that I didn't want to do. And Kevin Hart shushes her like, shh, don't say nothing. But then he flips it into a joke. He's like, the people are in the room right now. Now, and she laughs it off in the whole 9 yards, but we all sitting around here like, well, what did they try to tell you to do that you didn't want to do? Because these are the kinds of things that I think people need to know about. And I guess it's kind of like, no, you like some people like, it's like the secrets. It's like the Masons. Like, you know how you got to get to a certain level before they let you behind the door so that you can see this other stuff that goes on. You know what I'm saying? And it makes it look very gatekeeperish. You know what I mean? Like very gatekeeperish, where it's just like, no, don't say what they try to tell you to do, because you know what I mean? Like, it makes it look really strange when she's about to speak out what her experience was in this particular field. I mean, it's crazy, man. Just to become famous, the things that are necessary and that are required, and the people that are in charge of that. You know what I mean? And a lot of people say, yo, man, he was trying to save her career because she was about to say something that was going to doom her career. Perhaps. But a lot of people are like, nah, we want to know some of the crazy, heinous things that these people are doing. See, a lot of people just want clarity, man. We want to know, like, what we're dealing with out the gate. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't want to get in, like, you know what I'm saying, all the way deep in a 5-year relationship only for you to reveal at that point that you got the HIV. You follow what I'm saying, man? It's like the same kind of principle. You know what I mean? We done got all deeply involved in the whole 9 yards. What a red man saying? Superman lover. Licked her on the belly, then kissed her down the back, stuck my hand between the legs, and I felt the Bozak as big as mine. You know what I'm saying? Oh, shout out to G Bozak, by the way. You know what I mean? I don't know where you been. Hopefully you good. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully the kiddies are good too, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's what Redman said. Superman lover. You gotta listen to it. It was a classic. It's an excellent song. It was a nice, good storytelling song about how he met a young lady. You know what I'm saying? Went on a hot date. She invited him to the room. He went to the room, and she was trans. Period. You know what I'm saying? And it was great. It was a great song. Shout out to Redman, man. He was one of my favorites, man. Redman, Reggie Noble, man. That first Redman, What the album? Classic. Let me go to my shout outs real quick. This is not supposed to be a long video at all. There goes Sadia Khan on my notification. I'm about to check you out, sis. Who else we got over here? Shout out to, I had a couple shout outs. I've been missing my shout outs lately, man. So let me give you the few that I got here on deck. First of all, we got a shout out to Ohio Charles, man. You know what I'm saying? He showed us some love, man. Sent us a little something, man. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Ohio Charles, I gotta figure out how to do that. That part, I don't know that part. All I do is I get on this joint, I record my voice, and I get off the joint. I look for the stories, I record it, I get off, source handle, all that other stuff that you was talking about, man. You know what I'm saying? The membership, community membership, all that. I don't know none of that. I really don't know none of that, but I do appreciate when y'all become community members and all this other stuff. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to Ohio Charles. You be looking out. Let Rob Dollar know, man. We said what up. You know what I'm saying? Put that on my G. That was my joint, Rob Dollar. You know what I'm saying? Where we at over here? Who we got on deck? We got my bad. Ex-Coven? I don't know what that is. Ex-Coven said Brandon T. Jackson, love. I said, yeah, thank you, Ex-Coven. A lot of people came out like, Brandon T. Jackson, fool. Yeah. Hey, look, man, I can make mistakes. I'm just like you. You know what I'm saying? I be making mistakes just like you, man. You know what I mean? Sometimes I'm wrong. And then I find out I was wrong about being wrong. You know what I'm saying? Which makes me right. Like, you know. Anyway, John Doe said, yo, Robert Townsend exposed this a long time ago. Hollywood Shuffle. And then Wealth Life said, I love Robert Townsend. Yeah, Robert Townsend, man, he was a legend. You know what I'm saying? He's a legend. He's still alive, man. He's saying he was a legend. What's wrong with you? Yeah, Robert Townsend, man. Shout out to Robert Townsend, man. I saw that Hollywood Shuffle when I was a kid, man. I had to be like 10 years old or something like that when I saw Hollywood Shuffle, man. And you know what stands out to me? That was an excellent movie, by the way. What stands out to me, you know what scene stands out to me? The Jerry Curl activation jump off. You know what I'm saying? Where he was spraying himself with the where we at over here? Okay, Derek Langley said, yo, the short bus rolled by, huh? God's trying to tell you something. Yeah, that was poetic. It really happened. It really, like, I was really saying what I was, and if y'all know what I'm talking about, he's talking about the end of yesterday's video, man. You know what I'm saying? The dead short bus rolled by. Okay, and lastly, Shawnee1122 said, I'm puzzled. Brandon T. Jackson mentioned that Katt advised him not to wear a dress, perceiving it as taunting. In the interview, Katt claimed to have recommended the same person for a role. It doesn't make sense to me. If Katt was genuinely looking out for the guy, why endorse him for a role? What I wrote back was, I think Katt tried to tell him, but the way he described it like, well, Katt was kind of hating on me at the time. And Katt was saying that Brandon might want to wear the dress, but not me. You know what I'm saying? So that what they actually did, they actually went with Brandon. You know what I mean? And like, Katt threw his name out here, and they actually cashed in and was like, okay, we going with Brandon. You know what I mean? I don't think Katt really thought they would have actually went for Brandon T. Jackson, but they did. And he did wear the dress, and he did say that joint was damn near cursed. Let's get right back to wrap this bad boy. We're going to wrap this. And finally, the legendary Ice Cube. A lot of questions came out about like what Katt Williams was saying, like Ice Cube, what Ice Cube's role in this whole situation. Well, Ice Cube decided, look, everybody sat on the couch and was like, I got something to say. Everybody turned on their joint with a response after Katt Williams. I never would have thought I'd have seen comedians going back and forth. Ain't it crazy? When comedians got jokes on each other, it's almost like battle rap. It's like if all rap artists battled each other, but some of them get so sensitive they'll start to shoot at each other. You know what I'm saying? Because they see that they're losing. They're sore losers. Anyway, these comedians, man, they going back and forth, man. And Ice Cube was like, man, let me just explain what went down with the whole Friday situation. Take a listen to what Ice Cube had to say.
What's cracking? This your homie Ice Cube. Just wanted to address a few things. You know, everybody been checking out the internet. My man Katt Williams. First of all, I just want to say, we shot that movie over 20 years ago. So
you know, people have different perspectives, and it's been a long time. I also want to say, you know, every comedian that I've worked with, every comedian that I've put in a movie, I only put them in the movie because I thought they was funny. I thought they was perfect for the part. I tried to put them in a position to win. That's what it's all about, you know. I don't, you know, I look at from, you know, Chris Tucker and Bernie Mac and Mike Epps, Katt Williams, you know, Ricky Smiley, Michael Blackson, Cedric, Kevin Hart. You know, all these guys I know are funny as hell. You know, I didn't discover them. You know, they were doing their stand-up or doing their thing, and I knew that they were great and that they could act, and that, you know, if I have an opportunity, I was going to give them an opportunity. You know, to me, that's what it's all about. You know, as far as, you know, specific things, you know, Katt was 100 on a few things. Most of what he was saying, a couple things, you know, I just want to clarify. When we bring in a new, you know, comedian, we do have them try out for different roles. So Ricky did give Money Mike a shot. But when we saw him and, you know, we kind of saw how he moved and how he was, you know, auditioning, we decided that he would be a better, you know, Santa Claus, which was, to me, the perfect casting. When we saw Mike, damn, I call him Money Mike. When we saw Katt, you know, when I saw him, I just knew that he was perfect for Money Mike. And, you know, Katt, you know, said he wrote his role, which, I mean, the role was written, but he enhanced it. This is why Katt was so dope in the movie. You know, Money Mike had a small role, you know, about as big as the Santa Claus role, but when we start filming, he was giving us such magic that we kept expanding his role, giving him more to do because he was on point. You know, when we shoot these movies, you know, for one, the scripts are fire, or they wouldn't even do it. The scripts are laugh out funny. But we shoot the script, but once we get what we need from the script, we let the comedians ad-lib, riff, you know, play with the words, do their thing. You know, we give them a take where they can, or 2, 3 takes where they can go off and do what they feel. You know, sometimes it makes the movie, sometimes it don't. You know, when somebody gives you jewels, you want to try to make sure that makes the movie. So in the movie, there's second thing I want to clear up. It was never, I would never shoot a rape scene in a movie, especially like Friday, where you actually see this happening on camera. That ain't my style. If you check out any of my movies, they not raunchy. You know, we did a movie called Players Club where the subject matter was a little raunchy, but for the most part, even that, we left it to your imagination. So the only reason that kind of stuff is in the movie is because you have 3 villains in Friday After Next. You have Santa Claus stealing presents. You have Damon, just got out of prison, sweating Craig and Day for the rent money. And then you have Money Mike, you know, a pimp that treats his woman, you know, like a property. So Craig is always fighting the villains in the movie, you know, from the Joker brothers to Debo. And so we already had Craig fighting Santa Claus, and the only real way to get rid of the other two villains was to have them go against each other. And the plier joke was always in the script, you know, it was never, we would never ever show that, you know, that's not my style if you look at any of my movies. So, you know, that was never a discussion, you know. We, you know, at that point in everybody's career, you know, we would listen to a certain extent, but we wasn't gonna change the movie for any actor, you know. We do what we feel, and if it was a rape scene, it would have been in the movie. There was no reason not to shoot it. But that's not my style. I don't even like that kind of shit in movies, on camera. And so, you know, that was, to me, a little discrepancy there. You know, Katt, he wrote a lot of his part because, you know, like I said, he was giving us jewels, so we were keeping the camera rolling. He was coming off the dome. He was coming prepared every day to steal the show. You know, that was his mission. And, you know, that's what he did, you know, with the movie. And it launched his career, you know. And I'm proud of the movie. I'm proud of all the guys who've, you know, come through, you know, a Q Vision production and went on to do bigger and better things. And look, you know, a lot of people are talking about pay and how much they was paid on these movies that were extremely low budget. You know, most of these guys work a couple of days, you know. And when you're doing a movie, there's over 100 people working on the movie that need to get paid. Most of them got to get paid every day. And there's pre-production and post-production. Even after you finish with the actors, you got to pay editors and sound people. And my movies are all about quality. So most of the money go up on the screen. I'm not giving you no bullshit. I'm not giving you no low budget, you know, shit you can laugh at because it's so cheap. So, you know, we try to put all the money on the screen. And so any actor that's mad at what they got paid, you know, just look at what you was doing. Look at where your career was at the time. You know, take a look at where it is now. And Friday has something to do with that, I believe. And I put a lot of people in movies, but they ain't never put me in a movie. So you could take that for what it's worth, you know what I'm saying? I've given a lot of these guys opportunities. And I still act, so I'm waiting for a call. I ain't got to produce everything or write everything. I got love for all the comedians that I've worked with. Got, you know, much love for Katt. You know, he spoke up for me a lot. And I just wanted to be clear and clarify some things. And shit, man. I hope y'all have a good 2024. Yeah.
Well, I like that explanation. He said, yo, man, I just picked the people that I thought was funny. Period. Like, and I think what he was essentially saying was there's no, you know what I'm saying? There's no hard feelings about whatever. I picked who I thought I wanted to pick because I thought that they were perfect for the role. And I don't know if y'all picked it up, but Ice Cube made a very interesting statement at the end. He said, I would have loved if some of them put me in movies, because a lot of those comedians that he mentioned, they do a lot of movies. But, you know what I'm saying? Are they not recommending Ice Cube for it? I don't know. Maybe like, how can I say this? Maybe Ice Cube is not maybe they know, like, man, Ice Cube ain't gonna go for this, because in order for Ice Cube to do this, there's gonna be a couple of other things attached to it, and we know Ice Cube ain't going for that. That's what I think it is. Ice Cube, I know you like they could put me in some films and stuff like that, but I think that there are, and I don't know anything from anything, man. So I'm just talking out my butt. You know what I mean? But I think that the reason why they probably ain't come. I think there's a lot of real ones. They just don't come to ask. You know what I'm saying? To be in movies and stuff. Because sometimes I think you gotta, I was gonna say bend over backwards, but it might not even be backwards. You know what I'm saying? and I think that with a lot of these celebrities and think about it, man. Think about, even with the whole dress situation, the things that a lot of these people are doing to get these roles. And even when it comes to music and stuff like that, like you gotta go deal with Harvey Weinstein, who's saying he about to perform fellatio on Katt Williams in front of everybody in order to get him to, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people ain't going for that, and they probably know right out the gate, man. Ice Cube ain't going for this. 50 Cent ain't going for this. You know what I mean? DC Curry ain't gonna go for this. Like they know. I think there's a lot of people that they know who ain't going. Bernie Mac ain't going for this. Paul Mooney ain't going for this. You know what I mean? Like, there are certain people that you can't bring them in that direction. Other people, they'd be like, oh, yeah, good, give me that dress. Oh, this is a nice fluffy dress. You know what I'm saying? And that's just for the fellas. We aren't even getting on the women and what they doing to them. You know what I'm saying? You know it's violation upon violation. If they doing this to the dudes, imagine the women. Matter of fact, wasn't there something that, didn't Boosie say something about, well, I guess I'll talk about that tomorrow, right? Yeah, because Boosie was talking about black women being underpaid, because I think it was it Taraji? I think Taraji was saying something about that, man. And like, so women get underpaid, and then a lot of them are getting violated, and it's connected to their career. You spend years upon years of trying to get into the field. You finally get into the field, and there's a gatekeeper at the top of the mountain. Like, yeah, you get like all the years you put in, and now you can only go further if you know what I'm saying? Bend over forwards for me. You know what I mean? And unfortunately, like, and then it probably, you know, it's loaded with a threat. If they're gonna come to that point and say something like that, you know it's gonna be loaded with a threat, or you ain't gonna get no work around here. All them years is gonna be gone. And a lot of them women probably get violated too. You know what I'm saying? So, you know. Anyway, let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Be sure to like. You know, silence is the problem. A lot of people, that they don't want to talk about it because they're afraid of what they're going to lose. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to people like Ice Cube that really put their money on the line. You know what I mean? Ice Cube put his money on the line. A lot of people, they put their money on the line. You know what I'm saying? My understanding is that Boosie put his money on the line to try to do a movie. And sometimes it don't get the same kind of promotion as some of the bigger name projects. But some of the bigger name projects are the ones where people are bending over. You know what I'm saying? People are sitting there performing falsetto. You know what I mean? Men having to do that. Just like the music business. We see that with what's been going down with the whole Bad Boy situation. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, man. If you appreciate the content, hit us with a like. Hit that notification bell so you can be notified, man. Thanks for tuning in to Celebs Source, your source for celeb news.